Hello viewers, welcome once again to another edition of our women's program Karampe. Today this program is going to be very special and a very exciting one indeed. So all I'm telling you right in the beginning is that you need to be in this program because today we celebrate not only beauty, we celebrate confidence, we also celebrate purpose of life. Because joining me in this program are two pageant winners of the recently concluded Miss Shillong 2025. They are not only beautiful, they are graceful, but they also have a deep passion in their heart and a mission in their mind to change the world and a purpose to take it further ahead in life. Well, without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce our two special guests in this program today who embody the spirit of purpose and beauty. Joining me to my immediate left is Maitrika Chaudhary. She is the winner of Miss Shillong 2025. And next to her is Wanda P. Karbamon. She is the first runners-up of the same pageant, that is Miss Shillong 2025. As I said, it's going to be very eventful today because we are going to listen to their stories. So hi there, beautiful girls. Hello. A very warm welcome to both of you to this very special edition of our women's program Karampe. It's such a pleasure to have you both. I know you all are busy with your studies, with other activities, yet you all have taken your time out to come all the way to Doordarshan Shillong. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
It is not an easy thing to really be on top, right? So many ladies participating, and then finally there are just three ultimate winners. So I start with you, Maitrika. What really took you to this journey of joining the pageantry?
So I have always been very passionate about pageantry. Since a very young age, I have always looked up to Miss World, Miss Universe, and our country has brought the crown home a lot of times. So I am totally intrigued by the women. I admire them so much. So although I had been passionate about it for a very long time, I never had the confidence to go for it. So until last year, I was working on myself, getting things in order. And this year, when the Miss Shillong forms came out, I told my mom about it. And she was like, yeah, sure, go for it. You have my full support. And I went for the auditions. I made it somehow. And as they say, the rest is history.
Wonderful. Such a lovely story. And I come to you, Wanda, because you have had some experience in walking the ramp earlier too. But then this is the ultimate, right? So tell us, how did this journey begin for you?
First of all, since my teenage years, I've always been intrigued in modeling. Never had I ever thought for me entering into pageantry. However, it got my attention as well. So yes, in my college year, I started into pageantry, which is Miss Ed Blazon, and I won the crown itself as my debut pageant. And right after that, I won Winter Princess, first runners-up, and here I am as Miss Shillong 2025, first runners-up.
I mean, this question should come to both of you, really, when your names were announced. Both of you all were holding hands. And then there was, one Miss Shillong and one... How did that moment feel? What really was going on in your minds, Maitrika?
Now, when I think about the crowning moment, I cannot remember a single thing. To be very honest, my mind was blank. Mm-hmm. But even now, it feels surreal. It still feels like a dream.
Mm-hmm, I'm sure. And, Wanda, it must be a little intimidating, right? To be in the front of so many, for both of you, in fact, so many people are looking, all their eyes are on you. What goes on then? Like, how do you still keep your composure, your calm? How do you all still stay focused?
Throughout my experience, I may have experience with the ram walk and everything. However, being in a prestigious stage such as Miss Shillong 2025, it was very intimidating. I kept my composure by being confident, I would say, believing in myself. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And, for the sake of all the wannabes who wants to be the future, join such, what goes into the preparation? Maitrika, how did you prepare yourself? As you said, you worked on yourself. So what kind of, preparation was going on for how long a period of time?
So this was my debut pageant, and it was very difficult, I would say, because I had no experience. Plus, I come from a family that has no link with the fashion world as a whole. So all the help I had was from YouTube. You always have YouTube videos. I checked YouTube videos, and of course, I worked on my walk. The grooming sessions we had before Ms. Shillong helped a lot, and that's it. I think the grooming sessions make a huge difference in our how the main day shows how we how we end up on the main day.
So are those sessions a little grueling? Like you have to really follow the instructions, and they are strict sometimes also. And of course, they should be. Vanda, does it get into you sometimes that you have to do the same thing over and over again?
I would say that the sessions were more of building us into the one person, shaping us into the person who we want to be. Moreover, building us in a way that we have to present ourselves on that day. So I feel the sessions were very helpful towards making us who we are now.
Right. Both of you all are also studying, right? Almost finishing up with your studies, you're almost graduating. And yet you all have gone into this field. And for you, Maitrika, is the first time. So, what prompted you to go there? Because you must be having some plan and some, what is it? How do you want to take it forward to?
So I aspire to be whatever comes next, perhaps Miss India, Miss World. That's the dream, but I don't know what life has planned for me. So I hope to be. I want to see how my pageantry story unfolds. But then again, at the end of the day, it's all about where life takes us.
Okay. So you all are kind of taking one day at a time. But they also say that you all have to push oneself ahead. Opportunities come only when you also knock the door, right? So Vanda, for you, because you're in the field of social work, right? You're in the Department of Social Work studying and graduating from there. And that is so different from pageantry. Social work is something to work in the rural areas, So how does this balancing going to come ahead for you?
Personally, with me, handling both academics and pageantry is such a big deal, I would say. However, I practice myself into time management and also prioritizing things in a way. So yes, I did prioritize things, and it did get me to my goal.
Yeah. And I know another thing that I mean, how much has your life changed? Because there you are looked up to right now, and yet you have to maintain, your studies and etc. So how much since November, when you all won the pageantry, do you think has brought a change in your personal selves?
So a little bit about me would be that I grew up as a very pampered child. So my parents always made sure that everything in life came easy to me. So I did not have to deal with the struggles or the hardships. But 4 years ago, my mom and I went through something that changed us a lot. So life goes on as it does, but it was not the same for us anymore. So the day of the event, for the first time in 4 years, I saw genuine happiness in my mom's eyes.
How lovely.
She cried tears of joy. And I've never seen my mom cry, let alone out of happiness. So I realized how much that meant to her, to me. And now I just view the crown, the title, from a whole different perspective. Before it was about the competition, but now it holds so much importance to me because I see how much it means to my mom as well. So it's a victory of both of us together. It's mine alone. So
you are into a threshold right now for something much more bigger that you aspire for, right? And Vanda, like any such words that you would also echo her thoughts, maybe?
Yes, ma'am. I would say this Miss Shillong journey had been quite a compelling journey. However, it built me into the person who I am today throughout the grooming sessions, the day itself. And yes, it's because of God's grace, first of all, and my family. And yes, I work myself throughout the sessions. So
Yeah. There are a lot of young girls, young ladies out there, little children today too. They are so much, who are into grooming. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing to be well groomed, etc. But then there are also so many women who don't, we are slotted so often, right? We have to be in those watertight compartments. We be a little different. And then we are, kind of stigmatized. So we have to follow the norms, So this is a question to both of you. I would like to understand, what more opportunities do you think girls of today, women of today deserve really without those hindrances coming in their way? What change should come about?
I think there's a lot of change that has already come with time regarding women. But of course, in the rural areas, women are still facing a lot of problems. They are still facing exclusion, I would say. So a lot of changes can be made, and one aspect through which we can make change, I believe, is education. We can expand education in the rural areas, because education, of course, makes changes perspectives, teaches us a lot. So maybe through education, women can learn a lot, women can be given a lot more opportunities.
Yeah, because, economic empowerment, financial empowerment is so important for a lady. Many ladies and young girls, these days especially, we get to hear stories of them quitting literally on life because they are not being able to handle pressure. So, Wanda, how important, therefore, is not only to groom oneself physically, but also the mind, because these days there's a lot of talk about mental health. Right? So what is your quick thought on that, especially for the youngsters who are watching this program today? How important to look after the mind as well?
My take on this would be that physical health is also important. Meanwhile, you also have to take care of your mental health, with it being a social issue of this generation especially. I love the fact that mental health is not being stigmatized anymore. However, they are being talked into it. So yes, I really think that a person should be able to groom themselves mentally, and also if they need help, of course, show up, talk to somebody who listen to you. And from a social work perspective, I believe that counseling plays a very important role.
And that's something significant that you said, that talk about it. Often we go into the groove and we think that, we shut ourselves. That plays havoc more in the mind, right? So talking and about issues, because the pressure is immense these days. So we are talking about pageantry is not just about, beautiful self and the exterior, but now in what way significantly you would contribute to the society. I'm sure that must be in your mind too. So what is it that, you want to bring a change, supposing you want to bring a change, because beauty is with a purpose, right? Beauty is not just exterior. So Maitrika, what is it that really bothers you and you wish to change?
So like you said, ma'am, beauty pageants are not about just beauty anymore. It's about a purpose. So there are many issues that I stand by and are very important, like, of course, mental health. There's racism. Northeasterns face a lot of racism in the mainland. Indians face racism outside. But something I truly care about is women, of course. I want younger girls to know that they are not alone. I want younger girls to feel seen, because I know how hard it can be. So there are so many younger girls who want to pursue different occupations, but they cannot, maybe because they do not have the guidance or the confidence. So now that I have the title, I want to start simple, but I want to start by letting younger girls know that I will be there for them. Maybe as a guide, as a mentor, or just even as a friend or someone who will listen to them. Because us now, if not many, I'm sure at least the next Michelin batch will look up to us, right? So I want them to know that we are there to help them. We are there to guide them through, and even just be a friend to them.
Yeah, that's so well said, because, nowadays, children of today, they feel a little scared to approach their parents, thinking that the parents would not listen. So what kind of change do you think, Wanda, you would like to bring about as you grow? Because both of you, let me tell this to our viewers, that both of you yourselves are so young. You're all just in your 21, 20. That is just the beginning of life, in fact. Yet you all are being so mature in your thinking. So what is it that you would want to take up ahead in the future, Wanda, you feel, to bring about a change?
With being Grand Miss Sri Lanka 2025 first runners-up, my first concern would always be, like I've always said during my introduction in the Miss Sri Lanka pageant, my concern is about the environment.
Okay.
So yes, so I believe that the youngsters of today can play a very important role for environmental sustainability and taking care of the environment, because it belongs to the future generation. So yes, that is my perspective.
Now that you all have already reached this level, I'm sure as the event progressed, there must have been certain. So, is there any funny incident that has happened, or a little scary thing that happened, and all that you would like to share with us, Maitrika? It seems in the beginning your name was not even there.
Yes.
What happened?
Actually. So after the audition, we did not get the results there and there itself. They told us that the list of the selected girls would come out the next day.
Okay.
So the next day was Sunday. The entire day was terrifying. I was anxious. And when the list came out...
And how anxious you were.
Very.
Okay.
I was
shedding tears and all.
Terrified. And the list came out, and I scanned through the list and my name was not there. So I was shocked, but I was like, okay, it happens. So my mom was like, it's okay, it's your first time, go for it next time. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. Although I was treating it like it was the end of the world. But she was like, okay, it's okay, you can try again. So I cried a little, but I went to sleep. I was like, it's okay, I'll try again next time. So the next day I woke up and I got a call from our chairman. And he was like, okay, before I got the call, I got a message from our secretary, and she was like, you've been selected, dear. And I was still confused. I was like, is this a mistake? What's happening? I did not want to get my hopes up. But a few hours later, I got a call from our chairman, and he confirmed. He was like, so a girl has dropped because of some personal issues, so you're the next in line. And that moment I was screaming, I was crying, I ran to my mom and I'm like, I got selected. And she was like, are you sure? Are you sure? She was questioning it. I was like, I did. So yeah, and then the grooming session started. And the grooming sessions for me were not easy because initially my walk was terrible.
Okay.
And the mentors kept scolding me. They were like, what is wrong? Please work on it. But
so how do they perfect your walk? That is a question I would like to know, really, because all models walk the same way. How do they perfect that walk?
Oh, our mentors were great. And they worked a lot on me because like I said, my walk was terrible. So they worked a lot. They helped me a lot. I got scolded a lot. But I think eventually it got better.
A lot of girls today are very conscious of their body, right? Because for these pageants, you need a kind of a statistics, right? You can't be too bulky, and you have to have great skin and hair and so many aspects of it. So what does one do, Wanda, to maintain a healthy body and a mind also? Like what kind of nourishment? How important is nourishment basically? Because often people, girls will skip meals and go for, sort of crash diets, etc. Would you support such a thing really?
I would say that entirely depends on a person's and how they take on it. But personally, I have never been on such a diet. I've always been taking care of myself, and that being working out and taking good meals, I would say. So yes, it doesn't really, speaking on which, we have to think about the body positivity also. It is one issue that we should be able to tackle upon. And Fashion Society, the one who has organized the Miss Shillong 2025, really spreads the message of body positivity and does not body shame.
Yeah, and that is important, Maitrika, because nowadays for little things you are body shamed literally, you are tested so much from your exterior. That's not done. You too are confident you can take it into your stride, but there are a lot of young girls who can't.
I have been body shamed, I think, my entire life. Too skinny, too fit. But I mean, I don't think we should listen to them because...
So what does one do? Because, these are there, these factors are there just outside your home. People are judging you. So how does one protect oneself from such negativities?
That's where I think good mental health comes in. I don't think we should let people's opinions get to us. Although, to some extent, of course, they hurt us. But as long as there are people outside our home, we do not care about them. They don't care about us. They are just passing comments. It shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, as long as we are healthy internally, mentally. That's all that matters.
So here we have two girls, and especially Maitrika, who's not from the pageantry world at all, and yet you took it into your stride, to go ahead, etc. So that means, anybody who has a sense to achieve something can do, right? It's not exclusively to some group of girls that pageantry belongs. So how does one begin, really, supposing a little child, say a teenager is watching this program right now? What kind of sweet little advice you would like to give her? How does she start preparing herself to reach that goal, ultimate goal someday? Vanda.
My advice would be, if you have a dream, have a goal, you also make the steps and dedicate yourself into reaching that goal. So self-confidence plays a very important role. More importantly, the support that you get from the family, because right from the start, my family has been very supportive, which is the sole reason, which is also why I won Miss Shillong 2025. So yes, self-confidence, believe in yourself, and be authentic as you are.
And support from the family, right? Because Maitrika, your mother was there like a pillar behind you. That is so important. Definitely. It's not necessary that we do only what everybody else does. We can always walk a different path and we can achieve something, right? How important is support of the family?
I think that's the core reason, the life support you need, because my family is very small. We are just around 14, 15 people. And although technically...
Extended family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And although technically I'm the only child, but we do not have the concept of cousins in our family. So I grew up with 3 older brothers, very protective, and an older sister. And she has also been a guide, a constant support. My aunts, and they've also supported me so much. They were there on the main day as well. And every time I came on the stage, I only looked at them and I was like, okay, I can do this. So, and I think the strongest women of people of my family are the women. They are so strong and they've been a constant support, and I look up to them so much. So my family is my life support, as I said.
Yeah. And there's nothing that girls can't do of today, right? It's just that the right support and that self-confidence, the willingness to go ahead. That is important. So now, from now on, I'm sure y'all will want to participate in other pageants and all in the future, because your studies are almost ending. So Vanda, what is next? Because soon, from next year, with a brand new year coming, how is it that you're going to push this ambition of yours ahead?
My dream would always be to pursue my pageantry journey from here onward. So yes, I would really love to represent my state, my culture, my pride into the outer world, so that they know what Meghalaya has, what Northeast has. So yes, that is my goal, not just in the Northeast state but also internationally, I would say.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you'll work on yourselves a little bit more. So Maitrika, as we are winding up, what is that message that the Miss Shillong 2025 would like to give to all those who are watching this program today?
I personally would love to spread the message of kindness, because I think it's very important. I know how a cold comment or a bad interaction with a person can stick to someone. So, and I think personally that kindness, if we are kind, we can lead every other aspect. Like if you're kind, you can help someone who's struggling with mental health. If you're kind, of course, you won't be racist towards someone, right? So I think kindness can change every aspect of the society, and it does not cost anything to be kind. So we should all be kind.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. It doesn't really, we don't spend anything to be kind. Exactly. So why not just try being kind, right? Exactly. And the rest will all fall into place. I can only but see a very radiant, beautiful, and a glittering future ahead of you, just like the shining, crowning glory that you all are wearing on your head today. May you continue to strive and bring that difference, to others also, to yourselves as well as to others. Thank you so much once again for your time, and good luck luck in your future endeavor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
very
having
much
us.
for having us, sir.
Well then, my dear viewers, those are our two beautiful ladies. I call them ladies because they're on the verge of finishing their studies, though they're still young girls. But then how confident they are and how beautifully they spoke about their mission, their vision, and the purpose of this beauty, the crowning glory that they are wearing it right now. Yes, we were in conversation with the reigning Miss Shillong 2025, Metrika Chaudhary, and Wandapi Kharbamon, the first runners-up of the same pageant. I hope you have enjoyed this program today, and you've also been greatly inspired with some little advice they had to share for all of us. Until next time, from all of us here, with these beautiful people, wishing them good luck again, it's taking your leave and wishing you goodbye.